Okay, so it's September 30th, and we're going to do Proverbs 30 for September 30th. And this is no longer Solomon. These are the sayings of Agur, okay, son of Jacob. So let's jump over there. We'll read the sayings of Agur. The sayings of Agur, son of Jacob, contain this message. I am weary, O God. I am weary and worn out, O God. That's how we feel, huh? I am too stupid to be human, and I lack common sense. Well, not me. I have not mastered human wisdom, nor do I know the Holy One. What a horrible way to be, huh? Who but God goes up to heaven and comes back down? Who holds the wind in his fists? Who wraps up the oceans in his cloak? Who has created the whole wide world? What is his name? And his son's name? Tell me if you know. He's talking about God and his son's name. Every word of God proves true. He is a shield to all who come to him for protection. Do not add to his words, or he may rebuke you and expose you as a liar. A lot of that going on, too. Oh God, I beg two favors from you. Let me have them before I die. First, help me never to tell a lie. Second, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough to satisfy my needs. I like that. That's what I've always thought. Don't want to be rich, I don't want to be poor. For if I go rich, I may deny you and say, who is the Lord? And if I am too poor, I may steal and thus insult God's holy name. Never slander a worker to the employer, or the person who will curse you, and you will pay for it. Some people curse their father and do not thank their mother. They are pure in their own eyes, but they are filthy and unwashed. They look proudly around, casting disdainful glances. They have teeth like swords, and fangs like knives. They devour the poor from the earth, and the needy from among humanity. The leech has two suckers that cry out, more, more. And now in some of this it says daughters, actually. But, yeah. I have two daughters who cry out. Two suckers. Okay. That's interesting. There are three things that are never satisfied. No, four that never say enough. The grave, the barren womb, the thirsty desert, the blazing fire. Oh, let's do this. I like that one. The eye that mocks a father and despises a mother's instructions will be plucked out by ravens of the valley and eaten by vultures. Wow. That's a harsh punishment, huh? Don't mock your father or despise your mother. Her instructions. There are three things that amaze me. No, four things that I don't understand. This guy talks funny. How an eagle glides through the sky. How a snake slithers on a rock. How a ship navigates the ocean. How a man loves a woman. These guys had trouble with women back then. And women really had no rights back then. So. An adulterous woman consumes a man, then wipes her mouth and says, what's wrong with that? There are three things that make the earth tremble. No, four. Oh, that's funny. It cannot endure. A slave who becomes a king, an overbearing fool who prospers, a bitter woman who finally gets a husband, a servant girl who supplants her mistress. There are four things on earth that are small but usually wise. He's got it now. Ants. They aren't strong, but they store up food all summer. Hyraxes. What is a hyrax? Connies or rack badgers. Hyraxes. They aren't powerful, but they make their homes among the rocks. Locusts. They have no king, but they march in formation. Lizards. They're easy to catch, but they are found even in kings' palaces. There are three things that walk with stately right. No, four that strut about. The lion, king of animals who won't turn aside for anything. The strutting rooster, the male goat. A king as he leads his army. If you've been a fool for being proud or plotting evil, cover your mouth in shame. As the beating of cream yields butter, and striking those the nose causes bleeding, so stirring up anger causes quarrels. Okay. Those are the sayings of Agar. I noticed he says a lot. 3, no 4. It's amazing that they would write that instead of just scratch it out and write 4. But, yeah. And he says a lot of stuff that in the beginning, I'm weary, oh God, I'm weary and worn out. But I'm too stupid to be human and I lack common sense. Not a good thing to say. I have not mastered human wisdom, nor do I know the Holy One. And then he says, who but God goes up to heaven and backs down? That's weird. Every word of God proves true. He's a shield to all who come to him for protection. That's a good one. Do not add to his words, or he may rebuke you and expose you as a liar. And I like verse 8. Help me to never tell a lie. 2, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough to satisfy my needs. Right. For if I guard which I may deny you and say, who is the Lord? And if I am too poor, I may steal and thus insult God's holy name. Good saying right there. Those two are good. Never slander a worker or to the employer or the person will curse you and you will pay for it. Right? There are 3 things that are never satisfied. No 4. That never say enough. The grave never says enough. The barren womb. The thirsty desert. The blazing fire. Yeah. And he's pretty serious here. Okay. Pretty serious here. The eye that mocks a father and despises a mother's instructions will be plucked out by ravens of the valley and eaten by vultures. Yeah. 3 things, no 4. There are 3 things that make their turn. No 4. Oh, brother. So, that's Proverbs 30. That was very interesting. The sayings of Agar, son of Jacob. Agar, son of Jacob, or the son of Jacob from Massa, or the son of Jacob, an oracle. Interesting. So, that's Proverbs 30 for September 5th. We'll be doing 31 later on today because there aren't 31 days in the month, and then we'll start over tomorrow with Proverbs 1 again. So, stay tuned for that later. Till then, see you next time. Have a good day.